Hello everybody and welcome to Stitchmas Day 4. So in today's video we are going to talk about my top 5 gadgets for 2019. Now I know there's so many gadgets released throughout the year and previous years, but these are just my top 5, or ones that I've really enjoyed to use, or ones that I've just got that I'm excited to use. So without further ado, let's start off with number 1. Now number 1 was a very good one for me and my business, so we sold a lot of these throughout the year, and these were the Kanzashi Flower Makers. Not only were they good for my business, but they were also really fun to do. And even if I didn't have my business, I would have got hold of these and made an absolute stack of them because they're really, really fun. So they're an origami sort of folding technique, a Japanese flower. All the instructions on the back, all the instructions on the inside. If I can, I'll find a video on YouTube for all of these items and I'll link them in the description. This isn't a sales video, I'm not selling these, I don't have any of these things I'm going to show you in stock, or some of them I don't carry anyway, so these are just all my favourite things throughout the year that I personally have loved. So the first one is the Kanzashi Flower Makers. Loads of these different sizes, orchids, mini petals, large petals. This is the pointed petal. This is one of my favourite ones actually, and this is actually one of the only ones I could find online to buy for this video because they're really, really popular. So if you can get hold of any of these, I would really recommend it because they're really fun. And even though they look a little bit, how would you make a flower out of that? Trust me, following the instructions, it's really, really easy, and you really will get to grips with it, and you'll be making so many petals and flowers. They'll be coming out of your ears. One of the lovely things to do is to pop a button actually in the centre of the flower, and I think that looks really lovely. I'm part of a button exchange, so I'm going to use one of the buttons from my button exchange partner, and I'm going to pop that in the middle of one of these flowers and put it on something. I haven't decided what yet, but something. So that's number 1, Kanzashi Flower Makers. If you can, do grab some because they're really popular at the moment. There aren't many around and they're worthwhile just to have in your drawer actually. I've been joined by Esme. If you can hear any sniffing, it's this creature. It's this creature. Lovely girl. Go on in, go see Dad. So the second thing on my list are magnetic seam guides. These were really the rage in 2019, and I managed to get these really cute ones. So a zip, a tape measure and a little sewing machine. And what you do is you place them on the metal plate of your machine and you can move them across. So perhaps you're measuring 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, something like that. And you just want something for your fabric to butt up against. Then these are really, really handy. You can get ones that are a shape like this, or you can get simple semicircles that are like a stainless steel, shapes like that, and they're more common than these ones. I have seen these for sale on eBay. I'll try and link anything I find, I'll try and link for you in the description below if you wanted to get your hands on them. Here's the seam guides, close up, the zip, tape measure and the sewing machine. On to number 3, this is a rotary blade sharpener. Now I saw these demonstrated on Hexagon and I was just blown away how easy they were to use. So I ordered one for myself. I haven't actually opened it yet, but going by the demonstration, I'm pretty convinced that they work as they should do. This one is for a 45mm blade or a 28mm blade, and it comes with a little magnet that you can pop your rotary cutter off and on so that you don't actually have to touch the blade at all. And then you pop the blade inside this little device and you roll it along your countertop, and that rolling action, I think the lady did it 3 times, just like this. That rolling action is what sharpens it. So I'm really pleased with this because I go through, and as I'm sure you do, I go through a lot of blades. And it's just frustrating, the amount of blades I go through. So I'm hoping that this is going to cut down on how many blades I use. And also if I'm halfway through a project and my blade starts to get blunt, I'm hoping just a quick sharpen. And these were really popular when they were on the show. I watched and they all sold out. I managed to get this one on Amazon. Again, I'll try and link it, but I think that's really a handy thing to have in your stash. This one is by Quilted Bear. They've got a website. It's qbcraftwholesale.com. So that might be .com. It might be an American website. So if you're in America, hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll be able to get hold of those. But if you haven't seen them before, Really, really useful. I've not seen one that did the rolling motion, so, and I think that's a lot safer actually than any other sharpener I've seen, because it keeps the blade all enclosed. There's no, you don't touch it at all. So I think that's a really good one, and definitely in my top 5. On to number 4. This one I again saw on Hochanda, but recently I've seen on the Missouri Star Quilt Company, Jenny Doan. She has brought these over to the States, so you can get them from their website, or you can get these from daisyandgrace.co.uk or the Hochanda website. These are the Quilt As You Go hexagons. Now I'll open it up for you so you can see. So in the process of bringing this upstairs, my bag is split at the side, so actually I've only got one of the pieces here. The other piece is downstairs, but the other piece is just the inside of this. So you get this, and then you get a block, which is the inside. If I show you the instructions, again, open up you can see what it does. So this is a table runner. There's been bags made from this. There's been bigger table runners, placemats, all sorts of things. But full instructions inside, full colour instructions. And it's really, really easy how you put them together. I'll link the Missouri Star video below so that you can watch that, because that's a really good one. And they made a tree skirt as well, which was lovely, gorgeous. Gorgeous Christmas fabrics. But I loved this. I thought it was a great little gadget. Daisy and Grace, I'd not heard of them before, and they do some lovely, lovely things. So they're worth checking out as well. Their website, daisyandgrace.co.uk. Head over there if you want to grab yours. I think they do them in different sizes. This is quite a small one. This is 1 1/4 inches. So I have given it a bit of a go, but I'm quite impatient, so I think I'm going to have to do it on a rainy day. But it's really ingenious and simple, and someone hadn't thought of it before, so I think that's always a great thing. So I'm really pleased to have that now in my stash, and that is on my top 5. Last but not least, you know me, you know how much I love my wall pressing mats. These were, again, something really special for our company this year. They're not in stock, I'm not selling them, I'm not trying to flog this to you. You can get them online at various different places, various different brands. But I love my wall pressing mat. It really makes a difference to my stitching. All my blocks just seem to press so much better on the wool. I love the smell of it. Some people don't like the smell, but I find it, I don't know, cosy, homely sort of smell. Great for taking to classes, great for taking to workshops, to school, whatever you want. I use my Prim iron on this. You can use any iron. My mum's got one of those special new quilting irons that pops up. She uses hers with her pressing mat. You can block with this, you can applique. There's so many things that you can do, and your iron, it stays cold underneath, so you can use this on any surface. We do say don't use it on like a cutting mat because it may warp if the heat gets through. So for instance, I found that when I was doing my 2.5 inch squares for my fabric bauble, I was just using that in one place, so I did start to feel the heat come through to the bottom because I was doing so many of those in one space. But I just moved the fabric over onto a different section of the mat and just rotated it, which I found worked best. So yeah, wool pressing mats, you've probably seen them online, you've probably seen a lot of people use them. If you're on the fence about wool pressing mats, I would say just go for it, because they really do make a difference. And also it's that portability. You don't have to be running up and down the stairs or running it across to your wherever your iron is set up. You can have this next to you, which I think is great. It's so handy. But yeah, so that one is my top 5. I love it. I wouldn't be without it now, and I've got lots. And this is actually a random offcut. So it's a random size, but it's the one that I've been using at the moment in my craft room. So this was my top 5 gadgets of 2019. Quick little rundown for you. So it was the Kanzashi Flower Maker. It was the Quilted Bear Rotary Cutter Sharpener. The Magnetic Seam Guides. The Daisy and Grace Quilt As You Go Hexagon. And the Wool Pressing Mat. Again, I'll try and link everything below. I'll try and find the bits online. I'll try and find any videos that correlate to these products, and hopefully you can do your own research on those and see if they're for you. Thank you so much for watching Stitchmas Day 4. Day 5 tomorrow. I can't remember what video it is tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be a brilliant one. Thank you so much for all your comments on my last few videos. The I tried following a Missouri Star quilt company Jenny Doan tutorial video has got some lovely comments on it, and I really appreciate it because it was tricky and I did go wrong. But you've all been so kind to me about it and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. If you haven't already, please do subscribe because there is so many more Stitchmas videos to come. Another 16, I think, before Christmas. 16, 15, 16, something like that. So you've got loads more videos to come. So don't miss out. Subscribe, ring that notification bell, and that will let you know once I upload. So you can have that and ready to go whenever it's best for you. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Again, I would really appreciate it. And by hitting that like button, you're actually helping others to see the video as well because it gets recommended to people because you've liked it. So I do appreciate that. If you could do that for me, that'd be lovely. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for Stitchmas Day 5. Bye!